Welcome to episode 1 of the Ko Logan Experience podcast. On this episode, we are interviewing the man behind Toilet Talks. This is our first BHS student that we will be interviewing. So again, we haven't introduced ourselves yet.
My name is Logan Quick.
Okay, my name is Patrick Markovich.
But it's not important who we are. It's who you are, Bettendorf. We are interviewing you, and we want to find your most interesting members. If you think you're good for the podcast, email me. Today, we are the man behind Toilet Talks. You can hear his laugh if you recognize it. Probably not. It's Mitch Winterlin, junior class president-elect. Mitch, talk about yourself.
Talk about myself?
Yeah, what are you involved in, Mitch?
Okay, well, I'm a junior here at Bettendorf. A major thing I'm involved with is student council. I'm the president-elect for the student body for student council, and then I'm also the president-elect of the state of Iowa student councils. Other clubs I'm involved in are Scholastic Bowl, Science Club, where I'm the treasurer this year. I'm in French Club, NHS, Memory Club every Thursday in Miss Hanson's room. I also lead Beautify BHS, which is a pride time every Friday in Miss Hanson's room. And those are the main parts, yeah.
Mitch, what is Memories Club?
Memory Club? So Memory Club was the first honorary club created here before Minesweeper Club, just specifying.
When was it created?
So it was created, well, it's been around for almost 4 years now, but it took a 2-year break, and then we kickstarted it last year at the beginning of September.
Oh, September.
So, yes.
So about a month after the start of Minesweeper Club last year.
I'm pretty sure Minesweeper Club was not a thing. It was like there were only 2 people who played Minesweeper in Miss Hess's prime
that's
time.
just
That was not
true.
the club.
That's not true. Because we've always had at least me, Dylan,
At least you.
Dan, Patrick, I think was showing up still at that time. He kind of wavers.
I'm a
on and
renegade
off.
member.
There's Sam, Maya. We have dedicated members, and we had dedicated members in September. Before,
Right, but
before this Memories Club.
It's Memory Club, not Memories. Memory.
Well, you haven't even explained what the club is. So how am I supposed to remember
I just want to specify
the name?
I just want to specify that Minesweeper Club did not get titles of any sort until later on last year.
What kind of titles?
Like, you weren't labeled as Minesweeper Club until like halfway through the year last year. But you just were together.
We've always called ourselves Minesweeper Club.
Yeah, we've
That's
been
not
calling
been
it
a
that
thing,
since.
and I can guarantee that. But anyways, Memory Club happens every Thursday in Miss Hanson's room, D313. All are welcome. What we do is we play the card game Memory, where you flip cards to create matches. We play it pretty competitively. We've got our leaderboard from last year in a picture frame, and then we've got a leaderboard that we change every week depending on who wins. So yeah.
So how many tournaments have you had from Memory Club?
So we meet every Thursday, and we usually play about 2 games. We have both staff and students there.
Okay, but like tournament. How many tournaments have you had?
Well, we play different. I guess you could say we technically have a tournament every week. 2, to be exact. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, moving on from Memory Club.
Memories Club.
Memory Club, singular.
I'm going to do that other podcast thing where I say we're going to have to cut all of this out, and then I don't.
Oh, and it's still going.
So tell me a little bit about this state of Iowa elect position that you have.
Oh, so, well, I got it last year. So every year there's a state conference in Des Moines for all of the student councils of Iowa to come together. Usually we have about anywhere from 1,300 to 1,600 students arrive in Des Moines for it. what happens is each school is able to nominate one person to go forward and apply for the state board, and then three students are chosen to be on the state board with the titles either president, first vice president, or second vice president. So I went against 8 other candidates and was able to make it on.
So I think we've left the audience waiting long enough. Let's talk about the thing that everyone wants to hear about. Toilet talks. Where did the idea come from?
So this summer was major brainstorming time for myself and then also Erica Smith. She's a junior, the junior class vice president. We were just sitting down and talking and brainstorming for like the hunger drive and just the new year overall. And we have always wanted to do these toilet talks for a long time, and we thought now is the best time to start bringing it up and trying to involve all the clubs. We're trying to get it so Toilet Talks not only have student council events and information, but also just all clubs overall. That way people can just look at one place and know what's going on in the whole school.
What's the process behind Meme of the Week? Because I know that some weeks have been on, some weeks have been a little bit off.
Yeah.
I know. I want to just... Let's hear about it.
Who's behind Meme of the Week?
Yeah.
Who's the mastermind behind it?
Well, so actually our very own Patrick Markovich right here has created a few memes for us. And I would say they're always pretty good. I'm always very satisfied.
I will admit, Mitch is too nice to admit it, but some of my memes have been a little on the bad side, I'd say.
So, one of the memes said, when it's homecoming week, and also the start of the hunger drive
season.
And it was just a picture of some people. And it wasn't even like, they didn't seem particularly, they just seemed like they were posing for the picture. Like, it wasn't very candid. So
I can speak to this.
Yeah.
This was my idea for the meme, and personally, I thought that the school wasn't really ready for a real meme because, however, I knew that
This isn't your interview. This has really gone off the deep end because we're not interviewing you, Patrick.
Okay, Mitch. Mitch, you can speak to this.
Yes. So I really felt that Patrick did a phenomenal job with that meme. Even though, yes, some may not consider it the strongest meme, I felt that it was just trying to segue everyone into this meme of the week scenario. And so starting off with something very basic and simple, and then moving on to something the next week, which was Food Night Girl, was, like a very strong meme. So I feel like they both balanced out in the end.
What does Food Night Girl even mean?
What does it not mean, Logan? What does it not mean?
It's an emotion. It's a feeling.
Mitch, are you pro or anti-hunger?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
You for or against it?
I'm against hunger, so
Okay.
I'm for feeding everyone.
I didn't ask you your thoughts on feeding everyone, but okay. Feel free.
So, how's the hunger drive been going this year? I know Stuco's a big part of that.
Yeah, so
You know about that?
the student hunger drive is actually going really great so far. So I'm actually the hunger drive school committee chair for the whole hunger drive. So I'm the one who's in charge of the main school events here held on campus. I'm also the student hunger drive ambassador for Bettendorf High School. And so far it's going off really great. Battle of the Wings ends this week. We've had 3 teachers now hit 100 cans, and we're hoping to reach a benchmark goal of 1,000 cans.
Who's the best teacher in the school?
I don't have a favorite teacher. I think
I didn't ask your favorite. I asked who's the best. Just give me objective. Be objective here.
See, I don't know who the best teacher is here because I think every teacher has their own separate distinctive qualities that make them all phenomenal teachers.
That was a good answer, Mitch.
When are you going into politics?
I don't think I'm gonna go into politics. I don't know what I'm gonna do for sure, but politics is an option. But I've always wanted to do something in like a science field. So,
Which science? Do you know?
I'm a big fan of biology. but I think like maybe the medical field, but also I also think it would be really cool to be a science teacher. But that's just like a little thing that I'm not sure about. Cut out like the past 5 minutes. Just tell me.
No.
No, I
we
think
can
it
bring
can
it back.
still go.
We can
Okay,
revive it.
I have a good one. Mitch, how many third graders could you take in a fight?
Third graders in a fight. I don't believe in fighting violence. I believe
You don't have a choice in this. They are coming after your life.
So his
I will take the hits.
plan is he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
He's gonna take it.
It's gonna
Turn the other cheek.
This is like
Mitch is a Christ-like character.
no. These are aliens that have taken the form of third graders, and if you don't fight them off, they're just killing the entire planet. How about that idea? These are alien third graders.
Can we get a producer check on if this is
Yes.
appropriate or not? Okay. Yeah, I
If you
think
had
we're
to
good.
fight third graders, how many could you take?
Alien third graders.
Sure.
Say we can't see anything, that could be
So like,
Well, you can't misconstrue this. That's the important thing.
don't you think if alien third graders are on the planet, I mean, we're probably in apocalypse mode?
So you're saying that you wouldn't fight for humanity? Are you an anti-humanity person, Mitch?
I think you're twisting my words right now.
I'm just
never
trying to get the
once
story.
said
I'm just trying to get the story, Mitch. Are you pro or anti-humanity? We already know your stance on
Pro-humanity.
hunger, which is your anti-hunger, apparently. But I'm just asking, how many could you take if you had to?
How many could you take?
Well, let me think about this. One is definitely would be easy. Two, probably still,
Is it
take
one
them
by
out.
one or is it collective?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You just gotta run away from them for a while. Then they sort of separate.
But what if they
into
surround you?
You
their
pick 'em off like
athletic
the
levels.
predators.
Yes.
What if they corner you and you can't move?
I'm gonna say I could probably take. Depends on.
I say
It really depends on the battlefield. If I was stuck in a room, like a small enclosed space, probably like maybe 5.
Yeah.
But if you gave me like a field to work with, I think I could probably take upwards of 10.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I
pretty
agree.
ambitious.
Well, where you stand, Mitch?
Probably 0.
Probably
I'm
0.
not a fighter.
You'd get beat up by one third grader. You couldn't take one.
Probably.
You don't have to fight is subjective. I mean, you could subdue them.
Subdue. Like,
You know.
I
Tie
could
'em
like
up or something, I don't
stop. I could like. I mean, I feel like I could maybe like stop them in the sense of like just making them. How do I word this? Yeah, I was gonna say. Can we change the question now? Move on.
Mitch, if you had to choose a teacher to be with you in the apocalypse, who would you choose?
Okay, that's a good one.
Ooh, that is a pretty good one because I will say that one of my top favorite shows is The Walking Dead. I used to be like really addicted to it, and so like I've thought about the apocalypse scenario many times. A teacher though, I mean,
Long term?
that's
So there's
pretty
really 2
difficult.
schools of thought here, right?
Yeah.
Do you want a fighter?
You want like a gym teacher, athletic, gonna do a lot of work for you? Do you want a teacher
True.
that maybe knows a lot about, I don't know, science? Like maybe teacher could maybe
Build
some sort of
get some crops going.
yeah.
I guess I would have to go with Mrs. Hanson on that because she is a biology teacher, so she knows a decent amount about like the works of the body as well as like how to plant different plants.
She's got grit
Yeah.
too. Started talking.
So this is the first. Are you saying episode for the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Episode would be the correct term.
So why did you guys want to create this podcast? What was the thought process behind this?
Good question, Mitch.
And you don't have an answer? Is that what
Yeah.
you're
It's a good question all around. I just really appreciate that question. So the idea behind the podcast is really getting down to the nitty-gritty with Bettendorf High School. Everyone knows some of the people in Bettendorf High School. We want everyone to know some of the people.
We eventually, our goal is to interview every student, freshman to senior.
Wow.
Our goal is not to do that.
Oh.
We want to find interesting people, interesting stories, That's really all the interesting we have. That's really where it ends. Thank you, everyone, for listening to our first episode. Feedback is appreciated, but please send
Don't you
all
feel like
feedback
there's-
to Mitch
Okay,
Winterlin.
so
I was gonna say you shouldn't there's still
I don't
4
know how
minutes
much
left.
you know about podcasting, but you can't just say, "Oh, thank you guys." You know, we're getting off the air. We need a sign off, like something we say every episode.
I challenge Darian Porter to come onto this podcast.